Wow, we haven't played in a little bit of time, have we? It's part 23 for Factorio. It's been a little bit of a gap since the last time we played. Ding. It's been a little bit of a
Discovery,
time.
going
That was
throttle
my
up.
phone going off. But we're gonna get back into the saddle, figure out what the heck we were doing with Factorio. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? What am I yelling about? Just trying to do my thing. Leave me alone. Let me play the game, Deep Deep. Jeez. Let me play the game, bro. The juego. That means nothing to you. You finally finished secondary school. Congratulations, Ator. ¿Tienes ir a la universidad, Ator? No. Yeah, good enough. Update. Sweet. Not that you would be TNAs, but you get the idea. You going to college, dude? Bananarama the 25th. All right, let's go. Oh boy. They gave me a STEM workshop diploma. Oh, okay. That's good. What the heck was I doing? I think when we last left off, the last part I said I got Okay. Yeah, we have artillery pits to defend against the bugs. I have my southern artillery batteries here, and we have the northern artillery batteries over here on top of this hill. And I've been steadily Damn, dude, we have a big base. I've been steadily expanding the turret wall, which I'm very much realizing that you don't necessarily need a turret wall this big, but screw it. Peace of mind has no price. Last VOD, nah, I'm good. We'll figure it out, dude. That's the fun. You still have another 2 years to go before university. Past DJ went a little bonkers. Well, we have the Logistobots, man. I can basically build whatever. I just got to remember the controls. And I have all these tanks for working remote because we have Volcanus. I refactored my Volcanus lines here to make lots of... Holy crap. What do these have on it? Tungsten plate? Metallurgic science packs. Oh, I forgot how to do all of this. You also irritated Bob. Yeah, but I think I killed him. What do you guys on the other side of the lake call the school after secondary? So we have elementary school, Ator, and then middle school, and then high school. High school, like H-I-G-H. High school is grade 9 to grade 12. You graduate high school when you're 18.
Discovery, going throttle up.
I didn't kill Bob the second, yeah. We have battery banks here, and then we also have nuclear power. Just turn that down just a smidge. And I was building tracks for the uranium train, but we never did it. We are eventually going to need to find another uranium deposit. Iron, stone, coal, copper. So you have the last 2 years of high school left. Oh, okay. What we do, Deep. Come on. Copper, iron. There's a lot of crude out there. Stone. Oh, that's just a tag. Hey, Nate. Swapping over to Le Mans Hyperpole. All right. There was a way to search for resources. I forget how to do it. And then we have Jeff, which is a... Oh, that's a ship. And then we have the Handiest Bananius, which is a space station that's making science packs. Jeff goes between Volcanus and Nauvis. Wow, we're really cooking with this, huh? Locked in before Artemis 2. Yeah, so I'm afraid to touch anything because I don't remember how any of this works, but this is like something I have to kind of figure out. It's muscle memory that's gonna make me remember this. You told me that, Dan, yeah. Heavy oil. Lubricant. Skips are over here. That's what I wanted to do. I remember, I wanted to redo my launch sites. It's like coming back to a programming project after a long absence. Yeah, I don't want to touch anything because I don't know what anything does. I don't remember. I know how the artillery pits work, but I'll be 100% honest, I forget how to make them fire at things. I think You need to bring up a targeting reticle. And I honestly don't remember how to do that. There it is. It's Alt-T. Man, I built a lot of friggin' turrets. We're gonna need more copper ore eventually. We'll expand the line over there, and then there's one that's kind of halfway on a turret wall. Weather was a huge problem for the races this year, but that didn't stop the king of the mountain. Yeah, baby. We have an oil deposit down here. There's a big coal deposit there, more crude oil there. Got 1 million iron ore there, 900. Oh, dude, straight up muscle memory the damn controls. That was cool. I remembered. All right. With the Logistibots, I can remember how to do all this, I think. And then, yeah, okay, my logistics network, I remember now. We have a big crude oil yield up there. We probably want to run the railroad tracks up there for the iron, crude, and copper. Since when do you play this game now? I played it for a lot in March, February and March. Fluffy, what is that? What am I looking at there with that link there? Small copper deposit there. Oh, my artillery production. That's what I was doing. We were working on the lines for artillery and basically making munition storage. I remember now. How much ammo do we? How do I... Sorry, I'm failing to remember how to muscle memory this thing. There we go. Um, okay, I think I got it now. You're not... No, Steve, just don't go too crazy on me here, okay? There we go. And then my bots will resupply. My bots will resupply it. The artillery pits. And then I have this thing just surrounded by lasers. I do believe another thing I was doing was working on throughput over here. The production must grow. What's up, Vulcan? How are you? That's space platforms that I was working on there. What is in here? He's carrying construction robots because I was bringing them to the other planet. He's carrying that one's carrying logistics robots. Okay. Waiting on things to happen today. Will things be happening today? Unclear at the moment? Question? Things are always happening. That's my secret, baby. No. Yeah. Let's see. You know what? I want to do it just because we're out of artillery range. I've already absolutely annihilated. Oh, no. How do we get the gun pits to fire? I thought it was Alt-T. Oh, right click to activate. All right. Oh yeah, there it is. Firing for effect. God, I love that. Oh, that's so good. Yoo-hoo-hoo! Boom! Bam! Crash! God, that's satisfying as hell. Ready? Laser show. Oh, are you encroaching on my property? God, I love that. Oh, I made them mad. Oh, where are you going? Come on now, dog. We were just about to get along. Oh. Well, that's no fun. Just wasted an artillery shell. Man. Minder, you invaded their planet. Yeah. No, I strategically acquired equipment to move to an alternative location. That's what it is. I strategically, acquired land to the alternative location. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. I stole it. It's mine. It's mine now. It doesn't matter when you have a gun pointed at somebody. If they don't and you do, then it's your land now. Right? That's how that works. Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all. I think I'm gonna build another artillery pit, another set of artillery pits over here, so we can, you know, work on this southwestern flank over here. I don't know if if Jeff is on a route. Well, he stopped at Volcanus right now. How the heck do I see if he has a route? There it is.
Discovery.
When does SpaceX go public? Tomorrow. Hey Jack, 75-month resub. Could you show me your military tab? I don't want to spoil it with a question. Military tab. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Could I recommend you a game? Yeah, but don't get upset when I don't play it. You're buying shares. I don't know. Open inventory. You didn't realize how therapeutic hand sewing is? Mm-hmm. Play anything, play it loud. Yeah, baby. You were patching a couple of your pants. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Why buy another pair of pants? A needle and some string is not expensive. Actually, it's called thread. Yeah, should tell you how often I do that. It does, J-Speed, yeah. Thinking. Yeah, guys, I just don't really remember what we were doing. We had low density structure production, we had artillery shell range, physical projectile damage getting researched. No, don't do that. Where were we at? Like, an ag science pack. We need to go to Gleba. I'm not going to say we should redo our main bus here, but I'm very, very quickly realizing that with worker robots and logistics bots, yeah, you don't really need to make a main bus. As long as we can generate power, the robots will work, and then having your conveyor belts fly through the air is very, very useful. I'm just wondering if there's anything else we need to do on Volcanus. And also, what is this thing looking for? Oh, he's waiting on ammo. So we can make the transit back. Right? Am I looking at that correctly? Oh, he's waiting on metallurgic science packs too. We have enough of that and enough of that. Yeah, ammo is very important on the platforms. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we figured that one out. Looks like we need more, it looks like we need more molten iron? Or no, molten copper. Is that because our lava line is no good? No, there's no bottleneck on the lava line. What about molten iron? Got plenty of that. We have 2 molten irons and 1 molten copper, so let's X that out and X that decoupler out, and it'll put that calcite somewhere. And then what we'll do is copy this, and we'll... another one. Oh, crap. I have to... we have to go out there, I think. Or I need something that can make a foundry. I had the bots take that out. Don't tell me they dumped it. I think they may have... The foundry's in there. Where did they go? Oh, hang on. What was that noise? Why so angry? Question. Dirty, 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 dirty. Why bug so angry? Question. Did that problem solve itself on Volcanus? Yes, it did. Alright, I'm just muscle memorying these controls, dudes. That should get us up and running here. I have to redo that. Okay, so that, and then we should make the pipe go across the street. There. That should connect that all back up. And as long as this has a rock output, they're making land. They're making. I'm using the excess dirt to make landfill, just in case. That is a material sink to make landfill. We could bring the landfill back. Are you dropping frames? I was dropping frames at the beginning of the stream today, dude. But yeah, it seems to be a little bit on the intermittent side. Are you related to Adam Sandler by chance? No. Cool. Okay, I'm slowly relearning how to do this. Sorry, talking to Kevin, guys. Alright, cool. Yeah, I really covered my bases here, Wisp. That just kind of speaks to how I engineer things in these games. I always try to idiot-proof it. I really try to make this in a way where if I stopped playing for a couple of months and I came back, the systems are really intuitive and more or less easy to understand. Like this, it's just, you have 4 foundries taking lava, making molten copper, molten iron, and then you have, this is basically the bus here for that. That's it. It's simple. And then there's no main bus here, there's just rows of factory, and that's it. And the logistics bots there's no belts that go from these, they just go into storage crates, and the bots just move stuff to the belts. That's it. That's all. Thought you weren't going to play this again, at least for a long time. Hey, Flipper. 9-month resub over on YouTube. Thanks, man. I think the next thing that I wanted to do, guys, is work on large mining systems. Bringing these large miners back to Novus if we could. I think that's what I wanted to do. How do we do that? The big mining drills. We could bring them... Yeah. I think that's what I wanted to do. At least that was something that was on my priorities list. Because over here, back on Novus, we have these, just the straight electric mining drills, which are good. But if we can bring the big boys up here... God, I love that. We can bring the big stuff up here. We can, yeah, we have, well, more resource output. I was running out of copper on Novus. There's an unlimited supply on Volcanus, yeah. And I think the other thing that how else do I want to do this? Thinking. See, this, forgive my ignorance. What, can we do this? Could we do this on Novus? Or is it better to just move the resources? Obviously, there's no lava on Novus, so that's going to be hard to do. Oh. Bob. You can build foundries on Novus, yeah. You can make molten metal out of ores. Yeah, I think that's what I was working on last, guys. I was really trying to figure out how to, I think first and foremost it was big mining equipment. How do we get the big mining equipment out here? And I think that's what I wanted to work on next. I'm fairly confident because I'm pretty sure we just got back. Oh, God.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Love that. Chief, what's up, dude? Yeah, we're losing throughput over there. All right, so let's do that. Where's the next copper? There's a small copper deposit right there. And then I do believe there's another small one over there. So happy to see that you're back at it. Oh, yeah, no, it's good to be back in again. There's a big one over there, 5.3. That's on that turret wall. It's a big one there. 2.6 million right there. All right, let's figure this out. Let's prototype this. So, do I have... the big mining drill? very much seems like 2 of these will cover the entire spread there. And it seems like we very much have them, so that's good. Now, what about electrical power? There's no electrical there. But we can build out a power line, and then I can build a substation. Right? Where's the substation? And then we can, I think I have blue belt. Well then. Actually, I don't want to do that way. If we take this and we put that into a storage chest right there. You make power line design and construction look easy. No, Chief, I haven't. Project's on hold right now. But now what we can do for our copper line, I mean, I could just run a belt down here. It's not exactly far. So, what do we need? A requester chest. That's what I'm looking for. If I take a requester chest, right, and put the requester chest right there, which... That should fix that problem. And now that should just logistibot that ore. There we go. I mean, technically this does... Why? I mean, you know what? I don't know why I ran that belt all the way over there. That doesn't even need to be like that. We can just do this, and we could just do a storage chest right here. Just straight up turn the belt like that. Keep this all contained. And then fast inserters. Probably because it wasn't in the logistics network. You're right, it's not. Now, what's the copper wire? Alt C. And then copy the footprint. And Alt D. There we go. Fast inserter I wouldn't worry about. And then I need this thing to request copper ore. And now the bots should move to... They should move all the ore that I just told them to move into that requester. And it'll tell it to pull from there.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
There it goes. Hey, stubborn bucket! What's up, dude? Just put those in there. Killer. Are you working towards rebuilding the spaceship? Jeff is already rebuilt. He's actually in transit right now. He's moving a lot of tungsten plate, calcite, a lot of metallurgic science packs. Jeff just got to Volcanus. Huh. Dude, the space music. Sorry, I'm just listening to music. We should have this music on when we're playing Kerbal. Yeah. Remind me to do that next time.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Okay, I'll request satisfied. It's just waiting on ammunition. Passing Wind, what's up, man? 3-month resub. go. Yeah, the game is so ridiculously solid, dude. Alright, let's go look at... How's our power buffer? Yeah, that's fine. We are pretty much full on our depleted uranium. What the hell do we do with that stuff? Can we? No. Reprocess it. We can reprocess it. Hearts of Iron 4 DLC comes out today for Australia. Cool. You get that from Fulgora. Oh, crap. You haven't heard anything maybe from Impulse? They're working on stuff. Processing is not Centrifuge. Can I make those? Oh. That answers that. Is that the Torio of crack? Yes. Seems like I built another centrifuge there, but I never hooked it up. Factorio is more addicting than a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Something like that, yeah. Alright, so we need to make a reprocessing array here. What would be the right way to do this? I want the reprocessing array out here, over here. So let's, actually, you know what? Well, that's power. This is also power output right here. I definitely don't want that connected into there, and I definitely don't want that connected into there. That's not going to split the hub right. So now we're going to need a bunch of centrifuges, right? And then we can use fuel reprocessing, but that only reprocesses back into 238, which I already have a metric ton of. Make the ammo. Yeah, we can do that. Where is my current ammunition operation? do believe these are just making artillery, regular artillery. Or, well, no, this is cannons, so this is over here. Also the magazine ammo. Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm gonna redo this without the spaghetti. We'll have... Yeah. We should redo it without the spaghetti, and we should lean into the construction bots. The reason why we should lean into the construction bots is, and the logistics bots is because I have 23,378 construction bots on this network and 4,000 logistics bots. I'm kind of teched up for it, you could say. Circuits. The bots are like, come back, we just want to give you stuff. Have you heard of the Minecraft mod Create Aeronautics? Yes. Yeah, I have. I have 3 artillery. Neat. Uranium 238 piercing rounds magazine. So what I gotta do here is just take the centrifuge. I gotta put the centrifuge on the network. And I should have some bots coming to get them. What is it to copy the formula? Guys, what's the hotkey to like query it and copy it? Because it's not that. Oh, right click. Thank you. Yeah, we should do something with these. Delay that. Yeah, see, the problem there is that it's outside of the logistics network. So what I need to do here is this to get that to backfeed into this so we can move the waste back over to reprocessing. Now I just have to do the same thing over here. There we go. That'll work. I know we should probably blueprint this and stuff if I'm remembering now. But, it's good. Yep, didn't do that right. I'm just going to reverse the flow of this. I probably should have done that with the blueprint, but that's okay. Go. I'll set that to output. Oh, it's Raptor Side chat time with your boy. We have to put that filter setting back on there. Get rid of that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Done with work, the Factorio continues. Control X or Code 3, press B to open blueprints and you can save the copy for later. Okay, Drew. Yeah, I remember now. It's just regular controls. Alright, so I'm just working on waste reprocessing at my nuclear power plant. I have to change my mind on this. There. Do it this way, because then we're feeding all the 238 into one belt, or onto one belt. And then put a staticylator thing. Hey Badger, what's up, man? There we go. How is the bots feeding the copper line thing going? Pretty good. It's still not like a totally saturated line. I guess we'll just do the same thing. I forgot how to copy the setting, but that should work. Oh, requester. Again. Dang it. Okay, requester. Put the requester. There we go. Cool. With the copper that's coming in from our other copper deposit over here. What do I have here? Efficiency modules? You know what? We should probably do that here with these as well. Put the efficiency modules on them. Because I'm mass producing them. I have plenty of them. You need DP? I've been experimenting with smaller, more numerous arrays, and so far it does seem to be working out. Found out my larger arrays end up getting starved. Yeah, you feed in parallel instead of instead of feeding in series. Yeah, that's the big reason why it's probably better here. So what we could do is we could figure out what's a saturated belt, like what's a fully saturated belt feed. Like, so the first thing we got to do is fully saturate this with copper ore. It's almost there. Definitely double inserters is getting... Oh. Well, that's good. That's good. You want to see these belts saturated. That's ideal. That actually, yeah. Nice. That's, yeah, that's working. That's great. See, I want these inserters over here. I want them to potentially have to hold position because they'll fill in the gaps. Yeah, we could saturate a belt this way. But it was only for a certain period of time. Gotta keep them saturated. I actually built a train manifold that looks like your city's industrial manifold to feed your arrays. Nice, 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 nice. Looks like you need to double the copper output to saturate. Gotta keep them saturated. Huh? If we switch this sorter to split left-right. Oh, nice. I want that. Smooth saturator. Yeah. Nice. Biggest copper is over there. One right there. Yeah, with everything with efficiency modules, you don't pollute too much, which is actually super useful. I think that, yeah, that's probably the next one we're gonna get at. But see, like, guys, I'm wondering, like... Okay, so throughput here. The bots are moving copper here, and that works at a short distance. There's... I'm not gonna say there's a downside to this, but there has to be. Like, what speed do these bots work at? Can't click on this stupid thing. You need a lot of bots to keep up with the 45 items a second the belt can do. I'm trying to see how fast the logistics bots move under load. Because right here, it says that their max power consumption, they can carry stack size 60, and their speed is 10.8 kilometers an hour. Yeah, I'd assume that's 10.8 kilometers an hour laden, so with a full load, right? But that says 10 plus 32, so that could be bot speed modifiers. Either that or the load doesn't matter. Off topic, in news that should shock absolutely nobody, the FCAS has been canceled. Oh, interesting. Oh, that sucks. Why would you do that? Guys, hey, you do that. We don't need to, that's one, that makes it so they need to have a stack of 500 at the minimum. Let's say stack 50 minimum, and that should be able to saturate this a lot better. That coupled with this. That's the way to keep that for now. I'm not sure that's as efficient as a belt, guys. That's a cool way of doing things, but... Next bottleneck is the inserter hand size. Yeah. I was thinking, yeah, having it all air, done by, like, air mailing everything would be better, but it's not. There's a specific circumstance where that makes sense. Alright, so... splitter in there. Can I make one? This is a very lame way of doing this way, but whatever. Whatevs. There we go. Yeah, you saturate those belts. Oh, yeah. Killer. Yeah, I think we're gonna I'll blue belt this up from here. Let's do it this way. Just kept sending waves of blue belt. Lots had a kill limit. Sending waves of blue belt. Kick the door in, the rest should fall like a house of cards. Checkmate. Alright, so we're working on copper saturation here, and then how's that nuclear fuel reprocessing going on? Oh, it's going. Jeez. Nice. I don't know why I'm carrying all those efficiency modules. Probably should just dump the that into the logistics network as well. Damn, they built that whole thing very quickly. Man, they're gonna store that ore. much cleaner this way. That should do it. If we set output priority left. No. I'm just thinking those two big miners can really do some damage. Look at that. I think the two big miners are stacking. Well, you're not stacking that belt that way, but they're definitely. Yeah, wow. And that covers that entire footprint, dude. It's pretty good. I mean, that copper stack obviously isn't gonna last forever. I'm just gonna leave these to saturate the line. I'll leave one of them to saturate the line and use any copper in the logistics network. But there it is. That's not exactly the best way to do that. That's the best way to do that. Okay. So, here's the Earth. Just chilling. Bang, that is a sweet Earth, you might say. You're so close, there are balancers when you get there. This is going to work. I just need that line saturated. I just need one belt. There's the belt, and there's the splitter. And that saturate. Now, how long it's going to saturate for, I don't know, because the line isn't going. This line isn't going to be totally saturated. Could do is undo what I said there, what I did there. Run the belts. Then I'm pretty sure I have more mining equipment. That should help. Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, dude. Dude, this game feels like a... I think that's the coolest thing about Factorio. Factorio feels like a game from 1997. And I mean that in a good way. Because, dude, there were some good games. It feels like StarCraft. Like... Yeah, it's good, man. Low density materials. Yeah, that was just because we're tooling around with the copper saturation. saturated. How do we see what's on the network? What's on our logistics network? I totally forget how to do that. Time to upgrade the grabby arms on your smelting array. I don't think upgrading the grabby arms are gonna make a difference because of the production rate. L? There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I brought a bunch of big miners back with me. See, I have tons of big miners in the inventory. That's what I was doing. Tons of solar panels. We got plenty of speed modules, plenty of productivity. Create extra products as a cost of increased energy consumption and reduced speed. Dude, we have all kinds of good stuff in here. 2,500 units of track. We have 2,400 electric furnaces. 3,000 uranium 238. Oh yeah. We are ripe. We are ripe. We gotta, yeah, we can build whatever. Nice. All right, what's next? What should I build next? I was thinking an ammo factory, because we need to do something with all this extra 238. But if we build the ammo factory, I don't want it to completely ruin our 238 supply. But then again, I don't think it will. Oh, crap. I saturated the... Whoops. That's a problem. Yeah, we're not producing any more nuclear fuel because I saturated the line with 238. We can't get 235. Yeah. And the requester chests will pull it, but yeah, I need to get... That's what I mean, dude. We need an overflow. Yeah, so what I'll probably do is my ammo systems are not the greatest right now. It's kind of spread out all over the place. Let's do an integrated ammo factory. I think that would be a good thing to help unpack this main bus, at least initially. I just don't really know where I want to put it. Put it right here. That's in the Oh, it's not in the logistics spot, but it's in the construction. Down here could work. I don't like there's a cliff edge there. No. Just thinking about where we should put this thing. Okay, where would I want ammo? Obviously, like we need it for the turret walls. There's a lot of bullet-based turrets here that the bots are going to need to resupply, right? So and in my mind, I think it would be a good idea to make the ammo factory not relatively remote, just not necessarily near anything else. Straight reason, because you're messing with explosives. I don't think that makes a difference. Normally, an ammo factory would be like munitions factories, fertilizer plants, solid rocket production facilities. They're very isolated due to the nature of, the whole going boom thing. Maybe get some cliff explosives set up on Volcanus. Cliff explosives? You can fill in the green with roboports. I know. Cliff explosives need explosives, a barrel, calcite, and a grenade. And I gotta be making explosives somewhere. Engines. Gold. That's making repair packs. There's explosives. Explosives need sulfur, coal, and water. And the reason why these ones aren't going is because they're saturated. Oh, jeez. Okay, so let's pick a location with sulfur, coal, and water. Let's turn that off. Oh, we're being attacked. We're not being attacked. Do I have another sulfur deposit anywhere? Where is my current sulfur deposit? Oh, it's being produced. Yeah, that's right. You don't mind. Yeah, you don't. Are there sulfur deposits in this game? I don't think they're on this planet, right? So, okay, we have the sulfur production going on right there, but where's another coal? There's coal down there. Oh. Really? There's coal right there. There's no way I don't have another. Well, that one's the easy one. It's either one of those to get easily at face value. I'm going to say grab this one. Because there's minimal amounts of bug bases, and if we tool it up, right, if we tool this thing up, we'll be able to say words in complete sentences. Coal and sulfur. See, right now I'm bringing coal up here. What is the coal going to? That coal line is there. And it splits to go to the chemical plants. And then it splits again to go to explosives. And then it splits again to go to Granata. So to make those the dang cliff explosives, I mean, we could make these things now. I just need to set up barrel production. But I'm thinking an integrated ammunitions hub would probably be, or vertically integrated ammunitions hub would probably be a good idea. I don't necessarily, I'm thinking like dispersed industry with the logistic bots and trains is probably going to be something that as we get further into this game, that's probably, I'm thinking that that's the right move, just to the nature, due to the nature of like how the resource nodes are set up. At the southern point, the oil field right next to the coal mining, you could produce sulfur and combine them locally. Hey, Yarg. Yeah, we could just tool this oil deposit up. Hey, Kerbal guy. Thanks for the $10 super chat. Awesome stuff today, man. You got me into Factorio and it sucked me in like no other game but Kerbal. Thanks again for the great content. Well, hey, I appreciate all the support. Hey, Drunk Soul, what's up, dude? When BF6, the new map dropped on Tuesday, and if you're in the mood, try the Blast Point game mode. It will remind you of Counter-Strike. Hope Remo and Titan and the family are good. Yeah, everything is good. We're all fine here now. How are you? Yeah, Aqualix, I don't hate that idea. The one thing that I'm kind of like, is I'm getting the majority of my oil from this. But then again, we got plenty of it too. We could just build a tap off. But then again, I don't want to not be able to feed crude up here either. No, the untapped field touching the coal field. Oh. I'm worried about my expansion footprint. Well, not worried about it, but yeah. Using that reference doesn't inspire confidence. Guys, let me check something. We are checking, over. We are checking, roger. Go with blend 2, option alpha, question. Charles, do you want spaghetti or linguine for dinner? Question, over. Charles, I think you stole my pen, telling you while you're driving 180 kilometers an hour around the track. Where is my pen, Charles? Over. Not to distract you or anything. All right. First thing, send in the car. Ow! Chat, why'd you make me do that? Think I wanted to do that? Deconstruction planner? Well. That's really easy to do, actually. Yeah, I wanted to blow up that cliff so I could fill in the logistics area over here. Because, yeah, maybe we put the thingies over here. You no longer have to mold the factory to the terrain. Yes, we are not molded by it anymore. Now that's pretty cool. That's what I was wondering. Could we just do that straight up? The answer is yes, we absolutely can. And then if I go over here like this, go into map view, we can Actually, we want to go to the end of the logistics network here so we have space. Have to leave this space. There. That's good. Nice. Cool. Now we have plenty of spot for space for this munitions hub. I think I'm going to build it down here. I think we're going to need more explosives, though. So we'll let them do their thing and go back this way. We need more trains. I'm working on it. We need explosives. That should be enough. Factorio get an upgrade or something? I've already spent like 1,000 hours of your life on it. No, I just decided to go keep going with my space age save. Yeah, we can, anytime where the wall has to go over like a cliff edge or something, we can fix that, which is pretty cool. Pretty happy about that. Now, technically, that wall shouldn't be there. That wall should be on the front with these logistics stations. And that, putting that wall there would free up that copper. Then we would need, how am I doing this? I believe it's, ideally, you'd want a wall every row of logistics to compartmentalize everything. We don't necessarily need to do that, but that would be kind of cool. How's that copper doing, by the way, while we're here? Oh, she is saturated. Very good. Artillery. Artillery shell range. Yeah, I want range. Why did they do that? Oh God, I didn't tell them to do that. Why? Whoa, 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 whoa! Why are the gun pits going? Yeah, auto fire indeed. Holy crap, their range is way further. The old range topped out like over here. Whoa. See this cove? Frick this cove. Okay. Oh. It'll fill it eventually. We're fine. Is my stone throughput all just... Yikes. You got concur. Yeah, my stone throughput is doo-doo. Not Mike McDoo-doo. Why not let them have fun? Yeah, shooting at them will make them stronger over time. Their evolutionary level is almost 1.0. It's 0.91. Not that I really understand what the heck that means, but yeah, chat said you don't really want that up there like that. So, you know. I've decided this cove is where our munitions plant is going. We don't need that, right? It's not like we have boats in this game. Don't matter. Say Smith. None of it, you know, none of this matters. Your defense is goated. It's pretty good, man. Can we excavate? Guys, is that something that's a game mechanic for later? Can I, like, remove soil and make waterways? No? There's a mod for it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Not without mods. Okay. But what we could do is fill in the lake. We could fill in the lake, and we could make waterways. That... How viable is asteroid mining for your overall resource needs? I mean, it's okay. I mean, this is up in space is good for iron. I don't think it's necessarily good for like copper or anything, dude. There's tech you can research with biotech. It enables you to grow forests around your base to absorb pollution. That's cool. Hey, well, Matt, what's up, dude? How you doing? 1700 landfill. Free materials from the lava on Volcanus is amazing. Yeah, Aqualex, honestly, Volcanus should be a resource hub. For raw materials, like that honestly, that's not a bad way to do things. Just say like frick finding copper and iron here, and then make a spaceport hub, right? You know, and have that dump the raw materials into a gigantic buffer so you could stockpile them here. That, I don't think that that's necessarily a bad way of doing things. The thing is, if we do that, I mean, I'm not sure, like Jeff, for instance, we'd probably need 2 or 3 of these ships. So they're just like constant supply coming from Volcanus. But Jeff has plenty of transport space. The rocket cost is rough, though, exactly. For raw materials, that's the big one, dude. That's like, what I was going to say is that it's probably better to just mine. If we're mining in space, use it for making things in space, like real life, but hard to say, dude. I think the biggest question is how to replace the coal. We got a gigantic deposit of coal here. We can get, yeah, we can get coal from space, dude. We could do that. Let's go to Handius Bananius. Hold on. This sucker.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Can give me the carbon chunks. Hey, Caligulard, 124-month resub. Thank you. Can we break down the carbon chunks into coal, though? We could recombine it with sulfur. and water, and it would in a chemical plant, and we could make coal. We could have a stationary mining platform up here that's cranking it out. I'm just not sure that the it'd probably be better to just go have an asteroid mining ship out there. You could stack cargo pads onto cargo pads on ships and planets and bring back a lot at once. Not enough space. So I'm thinking like I saw up here we're dumping metallic and carbon asteroids like crazy. I mean, we could load this sucker down. Another thing that we could do is, this is looking for a calcite buffer, so it's not the ship is not unloading resources because this is all full of tungsten and calcite. What we could do for now is just storage chests here. Select this, use a filter. Calcite, check. And then select this, use a filter, tungsten, check.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, Shy. What's up? 35-month resub. Because see, it's not offloading because I told it. Oh, well, we have plenty. This. Just give me a second. There it is. You relapse yet from the factory? No. I mean, yeah, I honestly had to sit here and relearn how to do this. See, we're dumping all that extra material. That's money on the table. I'm thinking. Took damage up there. We have electrical up here. We do. Do we have laser turrets up here? We do. Our bot's going to repair up there. Probably not great that that's what's going on. So, you know what? Get rid of these bullet turrets and line the walls with lasers. Laser. Alright. We still have a stone throughput problem over here. And that would require me upgrading my entire stone line here with blue belt. How much blue belt do I have on hand? 2100. Yep, that's not an issue. Or deliver it with the train. We do have the tracks. What you making for us for dinner? Oh, I don't know. fucking laser beams, dude. Yeah, but if I do the trains, that means I'm gonna have to put signaling on my stupid lines, and I don't want to do that. Now you're cooking with lasers. Hellfish, that's funny. But you like trains. Yeah. Signaling is very easy once you understand the difference between the two signals. Yeah, I know, Clyde. It's one of those things that doesn't click in my head ever. I'm an idiot sometimes. I know. It's pretty simple logic. I get it. If you haven't tried Factorio, you'll be playing Dyson Sphere program. It's so addicting. Yeah, DSP is pretty fun. We can just refactor this. I just upgrade the lines to blue. I don't really have a problem with that for the stone for right now. We have enough build. Hang on, Bree's calling me. What's up? You're on stream.
And Titan's not happy about it.
Oh. You probably want to take the dog in. Okay.
Can you?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a second. Titan corner to groundhog. He's a cattle dog. And the groundhog is just sitting in the, cornered him in a, my backyard has a fence, right? You cornered it in the fence and the thing's just sitting there going. You know, I'm proud of my dog. I'm proud of him. He did it. He cornered the damn groundhog. He lived up to his genetics. All right. Just give me 1 sec, dudes. I'll be right back. Gotta go take care of that. Well, that was weird. Proud of my dog, though. There were 2 of them, and they were sticking together, and he herded them in my backyard. That's actually kind of cool. He didn't kill him. He was just kind of... He's like, hey, I gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. And then the weird thing is Bree took Titan into the house, and then Titan just kind of, or the groundhogs just kind of sat there and just went, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's up? Aren't you usually like super skittish about this? Like about humans? And they just kind of sat there and looked at us, which is weird. Copy. Groundhog nominal. Yeah. And then I was like, Bree and I were like, what do we do? And then he just kind of, one of the groundhogs was stuck. So he was stuck under one of my gutters on my house, or the downspout. We got him unstuck. He kind of walked a little bit, looked back at us, waited for his boy, right? And then they both scurried off into the woods. It was very strange. That is what happened. Almost screwed that up. I contaminated the line, that's why I got rid of it. Game recognizing game? Game recognizing something, dude. Alright, so I'm going to upgrade the stone line here. And then I need 12 belts and 2 splitters, I think. That should help me with landfill production so we can work on the weapons factory. Came back to try and scurry across the yard and Titan just barked at him again. Let him do it. Are there enemies in this game? Yes, Ricky. There are bugs, and they will attack your base if there's pollution. They eat the pollution. So your factory pollutes in certain ways, right? The bugs will eat the pollution, and they get stronger over time the more pollution they eat. So you could not disturb them, but they will naturally evolve. Once you set the pollution thing in motion, they'll start evolving because you polluted them, and eventually they will. Eventually, they'll keep evolving, and they'll keep trying to find more pollution. Yeah. That's just on this planet, by the way. That's on Nalvis. There are other planets. There's Volcanus, where I have another base. Now, you see how Volcanus has a little bit of an outline right here? And so how some of the areas has those? Has the, like, lines on it, the don't go over there lines? That's because, Volcanus is inhabited by, Bob. The Bobs. If you've ever seen Dune or Tremors, something like that. Now, areas that aren't caution taped out are areas that I've cleared, where I've killed the local reigning Bob. Yeah. Yeah, you can see there's different Bobs with different territory. Sometimes they come in range of my radars. But Bob doesn't seem to be in range of radar right now. They're around, though. But I have to keep my factory kind of in the not caution area because Bob will eat it if I build out there. He will eat that. He'll eat it. And he'll eat you if you're not careful. The only way to clear the territory is to kill him. Bob gets really mad when you try to kill him. Yeah, he loses his temper, let's say. It's not ideal. Time for gun pits. I could bring artillery out there. Yeah, we could bring artillery. We could send it up to the ship. Really rares, yeah. Groundhogs are just kind of looking at us. I couldn't believe that. I'm like, all right. I didn't touch it because I'm not touching a wild animal. Your four-way train intersection. It isn't a spoiler, as you already know trains. Nice.
Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
Can a locomotive uncouple cars in this game? Can you change the consist around, or do the trains work like Satisfactory? Or should I say, do Satisfactory's trains work like this? Trains cannot split into different sections. He just kept sending waves of bots to build more belts. Brrrr. Adios, turd nuggets. Brrrr. What stack do you need? 50 stone to make. All right, let's get the big mining drills up. You know what? Just get rid of this. So I can see what the heck we're doing here. There we go. Makes it way easier. I'm just gonna put in efficiency modules on them to minimize pollution. And that should do us right. No. That's fine. Now we just gotta power the whole thing. And a singular substation will do it. Awesome. I love the bots. The bots are so cool. Get rid of that forest. We don't want that. Can't see anything. Okay, substation should be... Yeah, alright, it's coming. Boom. Boom. Just need 2 more bots for the efficiency modules, 1 more for the power line. Thing. Oh yeah. We are back, baby. Later! There we go. I hate doing that way, but whatever. How we doing? I'm good, Vargon. How are you? This stone line is going to be saturated. We should be able to make landfill for a long time. It's still going to take forever to fill that. Tip, on minor arrays, if you dip the belt under for a few tiles, you can make enough room to stick a power pole. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Just under, power pole, over. Yeah, I get it. Keep it nice and compact. We are going to have to find another stone deposit eventually. But also, my coal deposit is seen better days. How's the nuclear reprocessing going? Good. 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 How's our pollution? See the red? Red is pollution, but I have efficiency modules on everything to be sure that none of this gets angry. It's minimizing the pollution footprint. And, yeah, if the bugs can't be fed pollution, like none of the red is reaching the bugs, then, yeah, they won't evolve as fast. They still will evolve, because I did hit them with pollution eventually. Train. Good enough for a full load? Gonna make it? Oh yeah, we got this. Just enough. That's awesome. Can you bring copper back from Volcanus? Yeah. Yeah, I mean... But it wouldn't be copper ore. Unless we can take one of these bad boys. You can melt copper ore with the foundry with calcite added into it. And that will make molten copper. Yeah, but we can't take molten... We can't take... We can't take molten copper and repop it back into ore, I don't think. But one calcite per 50 stack of copper will produce 500 molten. And what we could do is just, we could put foundries on, we could put foundries on Nelvis. We could put the foundries like over here. Copper is something we're eventually going to need. And it'd be nice to just have basically an infinite tap of it just like right here next to my spaceport. Yeah, that would be something that would be preferable, because then I wouldn't have to expand out to these copper supplies over here. We basically have we'd have an infinite supply of it. Just as long as as long as Jeff just goes back and forth, we're good to go. And I could have him pull more calcite if he needs to. We could have him pull 2,000 calcite. I mean, I got plenty back on Volcanus, I'm pretty sure. And at least I should have plenty. Hold that thought. That's out of logistics, but it's not out from construction. That should do it. I don't think I need to go there. That's outside of construction, idiot. You could ship it as plates is what I'm asking. Yeah, I understand. It's better to ship the calcite. But, well, actually not really, but... Yeah, Sawyer, I know. He's gonna race in them all. Apparently the C-17 production line discussion won't go away. Oh, no. I am stupid. I deleted that cable and disconnected the radar, and now I can't see it. So we... Oh! That was not a smart thing to do. Because now I can't remotely get out there because all my roboports are out there and I don't believe I have any more.
Go and throttle up.
Oh no, we have one. And then, pork chop sandwiches. Well, that turned that back on, so... Alright, we'll do that way so that doesn't break it. Why? Why Windows? Why? Where? Yeah, I believe you are. Dumb. All right. That is in construction range. Turns on construction there. I mean, it's not like calcite production really needed to be upgraded, but I mean, the other thing I could do is just load plates. I could just give a load command. Automatic requests from ship space platforms. Yeah. Oh, no, no. Yeah, you know what? I don't know why I ticked that box. We should have just left it the way that it was, so that doesn't happen. Build it there because it wasn't connected to the logistics. For whatever reason. This is not the prettiest way to do this, and I fully admit it, but just bear with me. You know what? I don't need that roboport there. We can move that roboport down here, and then I'll have full construction and logistics capability out here, which is, yeah. It's not, that one's not aligned, but it's okay. Now, should we do... I mean, we have the calcite. That fixes that small calcite problem. Is it okay if I ask a shuttle question? Yeah, go ahead. There. That connects us on the logistics side. Okay. Build an assembly plant to build assembly plants, then take an assembly plant to build more roboports. Oh. I think this way is adequate, no? By the way, it's 503. Yeah. So, Yeah, if we go to Jeff here, I mean, what are the big line items? The big line items that we're gonna need from Jeff are plates and plates and coil. That's the two big things for copper. Just letting you know in case you want to do space stones. Yes, yeah. Looks like some cool, like, marine camo or something. I should take a break for space news, but I don't want to. But yeah, I should. We'll play more Factorio next week, I think, dudes. All right, well, that's... All right, we're back in it. We're back in it. Factorio doesn't make the computer work too incredibly hard, so... yeah, it does. It's not getting too incredibly hot in here, which is good. Ram, you're looking at documents from the NTRS server, and I'm doing it in hopes of replicating the UPEG and KRPC for Kerbal because it was a simplish project. I see that during block 1 of 9 in the pre-thrust call, they leave Ellen and set it to the DB for the ohms, DV ohms in the documents, which means they're deliberately making the ohms take some of the load burning here and giving it some work to do. Why is that? Would it make it more complex? They fired the ohms engines during ascent sometimes, dude. Yeah, Clyde Fraga, you can post that link now. Yeah. If they needed the extra performance, that extra TWR, you could, you know, the shuttle could have all 5 engines firing out the back, the 2 orbiter maneuvering engines and the 3 main engines. So like that, you could have all 5 of them firing during certain trajectories. And the idea there is that you're utilizing hydrolocks to push you a little bit higher. So like a Hubble servicing mission. When they went up to Hubble during a set, they would fire all 5 of the shuttle's engines pointing out back. 2 orbiter maneuvering engines, number 1, number 2, and number 3 engine. Because if you think about it, guys, you don't need the shuttle for the Hubble servicing missions is more or less carrying an empty payload bay. It's just the Hubble service mount and any of the servicing equipment. So it's a relatively light payload mass. So yeah, you can use that extra TWR there. Would that be used in a transatlantic abort or something? I'm not sure, Lava. You could. 5-engine burn like that would probably be more applicable for a boost back and landing. But I'll load up that document. Space shuttle GNAC. Yep. Yeah, that's what that is. Cool. Neat. That's cool to see a document on it. I knew it could do it though, because I watched that mission. Okay. All right, dudes. So I'm gonna take probably about a half hour. Actually, yeah. Well, I'll take a little bit over a half hour here. I'm gonna go down, check on Bree, make sure everything's good. When I get back, probably quarter till 6. Starting at a little bit. We're a little bit behind schedule today, but that's okay. I blame Factorio. We'll move over to space news. There's still plenty. People are asking me a bunch of good questions and stuff. There's still plenty of stuff to talk about. So that's gonna do it for Factorio Part 23. Yeah, we're back in, dude. I figured out what we were doing. We'll make that ammunition factory the next time we play. The next playthrough for Factorio is probably going to be next week. So, give Brimo the blessings. We'll do, Space Pope. Thank you. So on YouTube, you're going to have a loss of signal for about, I don't know, maybe a half hour, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, on Twitch, just I'll put a video on. So I'll see you guys in about 30. Be right back. Stay tuned for Space News.